Alright, is everyone still with me? Is everyone seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, there's the list. Those are the people who worked on this game. It's about 8 people. Yeah, there's me and maybe me again. I got a pretty good time. I feel like I could speedrun this game. That being said, I will be doing a semi-casual playthrough. I will try and show off as much of the game as possible without, like, losing. I'm going to make you a headset. You could buy me a headset. I'll buy my own headset. Well, maybe I won't, actually. No, this functions, as silly as it may look. I only wonder what my roommate's going to see when he eventually turns to me. Got a $10 headphones from Radio Shack. Not a bad idea. Okay, so, Prince of Persia, level 1. 60 minutes left. This whole game has a time limit of 1 hour. And I am not controlling my character. Why not? Where are my controls at? It thinks I'm using a gamepad. How do I shift to keyboard controls? Keyboard mode. Okay, we're in there. So yeah, this is the thing that I'm in. I might as well make a save at the beginning of every level. Let's not save. How do I save the game? How? I'm hitting every button I can think of. Prince of Persia version 1.0. I pulled up the version information. I don't need a save. I mean, I can do this whole game without saving. Oh, I just restarted the level. Oh, I just went to the... Wow. Alright, we're not saving. I've decided that saving is too hard. So, yeah. What do I say about this game? Oh crap, there's a guy. If you have no health, if you have no sword, what's your favorite game in the series? That's totally not about this game, but I will answer it. I think it's, I think it's 2. I think it's, Shadow and the Flame. But that being said, I really like, Sands of Time, and I really like Two Thrones, and I actually really like Warrior Within. AC3. That's pretty funny. Okay. I should be explaining the things I'm doing. It's kind of self-explanatory up to a point. Like, okay, there's a pressure plate, opens the door. This is actually one of the earlier platformers. The animation's, like, kind of pretty. There's a slightly more hidden pressure plate that shuts doors. Most levels, best platformers OOT. It's like an adventure game. That's not a platformer. There's only 2 buttons in this game, and 4 directions, and you are expected to control off of that, but it's not that hard. One button is what I'm going to call the careful button, where if you're holding it, you will hang from ledges and also take baby steps. And the other button is... No, I lied. This game only has 1 button. The other button would be sword, but this game doesn't have that yet. It's the sequel that does that. So, shift in this game does absolutely everything. Also, here's a dead guy. I can only presume he tried to escape first, but failed. I'm going to do a better job than him. I'm going to actually escape. You can't pull out your sword on command. This is kind of an old game. You can only pull out your sword when someone's standing in front of you and wants to fight. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's not like that in this game. In the next game, if you duck under a falling tile, then it breaks harmlessly over your back. Right, and you hold it above your head. There's a glitch in this game, though. If you get under a ceiling tile and then, like, you're getting up animation, you can't get hurt. You're supposed to get out of the way, but, you know, who does that? This is actually a re-release of the DOS version with slight updates, so there'll be minor bug fixes here and there. I'll try and point them out when I get to them. I'm taking a very long and stupid route through the first level. There's, like, the more normal route is to go back exactly the way I came. This is kind of a secret secondary route. Chad is a faggot. Oh, it's a guy. My first opponent. You've got a parry and a swing. and you're expected to kill everyone with these tools. When I was a little kid, I would just stand there and wait patiently, and whenever they got close enough, I would swing my sword and they would die like that. And I got completely beaten by like one opponent in level 8 who would never ever move towards you. I had to like, I would just wait there forever, and I thought it was like impossible. True story. This is actually the room you start in, the jail you get thrown into. But now I'm slightly more well equipped to kill this guy. Oh yeah, this is a screen, or rather a third of a screen. You see that, and can you guys see my mouse? If you fall 2 of these, you take a damage, and if you fall 3 of them, then you die. But you can reduce the number of screens you fall by 1 by hanging onto the ledge and then dropping. I'm gonna get killed by this guy. He's right there. Okay, that was good. There are some other random mechanics. Every level has one of these doors, a pressure plate to hit it. There are 12 levels in the game. You have 1 hour to beat them. I'm going to restart the game right now just to show off how I could have done that. This will be the only time I will ever restart the game, though I will keep in mind that you can restart levels, which I might have to do. There's a small chance that I could die in some level or another. And I guess I'm going to go through the whole game in one sitting because I can't save. See how his life bar is still on the screen? Enemies can actually track you between rooms, but only if they're very close to you. He's going to hit me. Okay. This is a bit silly. This is a very obvious oversight. I remember I had a manual for this game that was written like a book, and this was mentioned in the manual as an alternate solution to the first level. Which is a bit of a stretch, because it was written in first person like it was something the prince actually did, but a lot of things are kind of left unexplained. Like, I don't have a sword. I just beat level 1, I never got the sword, and I did it in like a minute. And the guide suggested that maybe you find the sword on the way up the stairs, which is kind of funny. Talk to me, you guys. Is the chat working? Someone say something. I'm still at no you. F-Champ versus Drew Grimey. I don't know who that is, but I'm in this for the long haul. Screw that. So yeah, if you do that alternate solution, I guess, the game will just kind of dump a sword on you in the second level because it assumes you can't beat the first level without getting a sword. And I guess the fact that you don't have a sword is maintained like as a special feature only through the first level. I don't know if special feature is really the right word. There's a little room down here which like I found a screenshot of someone who got down there for like I didn't find out how he got down there for years and years, because every time you try and fall off here or walk off, if you walk off you die because it's a long fall, and if you try and lower yourself down you land on the spikes. But if it turns out if you hold the thing until the prince naturally loses his grip, he kind of falls forward rather than straight down, and you can get down here like that. That being said, there's nothing down here except death. This game is so graphic. Anyway, this will not be a deathless run. You watch episode 2 of Micro... I haven't even watched episode 1 yet. I'm like behind. My watch later list on like YouTube and all that stuff is really long. Ow. Level up. Morphine had the best thing to say about Mike Ross. I want this to be like a Let's Play Prince of Persia almost. So try to have Prince of Persia related discussions, or failing that, I don't know. I just didn't come here to talk about Combo Fiend. It takes 3 spaces to do a running jump. A running jump gets 1 more square of distance than a standing jump. The game frequently forces you to do running jumps. I like to see if I can push this guy onto the button. Generally I can't, but every now and then I do. Yeah, the animation of this game is very pretty. You might argue that it loses some gameplay for it, but I am very conditioned to this game's gameplay. Now I'm going to do something somewhat risky. There's a guy down here. I'm going to try and force him onto the spikes. I might die. Yeah, this is looking good. Ah, it's kind of funny. You can get, like, the guards have their own death animation of falling down spikes, falling onto spikes. So here's a blue potion and a red potion. I suppose I should demonstrate rather than just say what the blue potion does. Ow. It does damage. Most people just kind of drink the red potion, then run through and like hit the button. Or even don't drink the red potion if they have full health. Hit the button and then that closes. Yeah, right? That closes and you can't get the red potion to like restore your health again. But the game is a pretty forgiving game, so if you see this guy and you get scared, there's a little secret passage up here. And there is not one but 2 health potions up here, which is as much health as you can possibly have right now. I'll try and get all health upgrades. In this game, there's just a bunch of health upgrades, but in the next game, there's actually more than you can have at once. Now. I'm gonna die. Yes, what about that? Chat's fucked. Is it? Is it actually fucked, though? I mean, the chat's been really terrible recently. Look at that one. It's red, but it's tall. This is a pretty good item to find. It is full health, and then +1 health permanently. They're moving over to the new layout. That's happening soon, huh? 55 minutes left to beat the game. Your death attempts count, of course, to the time limit. So if you're bad at this game, it's very easy to fail. And like a time limit, when you fail a time limit, you don't get to try again. Like it's a hard game over. There's no like press start to continue kind of thing. You have to do the whole game again. Hopefully I won't die. This guy. You can like make him face the other way and then kind of sneak your way over. It's not really worth it though, because the prince automatically pulls out his sword whenever you get level with a guard and face them, and the guards can hear you pull out your sword, so they automatically come running toward you. Like that. You can get the jump on some guards though, like if they're right next to the edge of a screen. The guards in the early chapters are pretty easy. They're not very offensive. No. I say that and then I take damage. It's very difficult to push a guard from one screen to another. I'm just not going to kill this guy. This is going to take forever. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Okay. It's the last enemy of the chapter, mission, level. So I think we dodged that bullet. YOLO. See how I made it in one jump the first time, but there's not enough room to get a running jump over there, so you have to kind of jump and grab. I think that's the first time the game requires you to use the wall grab. And there, it'll frequently put me in times where I need to use the farthest possible jump plus the wall grab. Oh, I like that, the dog face. I love the dog face. Level 3. This way is a blade trap. I just wanted to show this thing off. I was absolutely terrified of these things when I was a kid. Because if you kind of walk into one, you die. There's a one-hit kill no matter what. And they get placed all over the level. So what I used to do would be if you hit the escape button, which is the pause. You only once, twice. That's not quite right. If you hit the pause, it plays the game frame by frame for every time you hit pause. So it's basically a tool assist button. So what I would do, what? No, I know, dude. I knew. I don't even need to hear it right now. Yeah, that's violent, right? So you're supposed to just kind of stand in front of it and then kind of run through it whenever you see it click. And I actually got my parents to do it because I was like afraid to. But then I would like hit escape until it was shut and then hold forward, and that would always work. And that's how I got through them. I was probably 4. Half prince. I like that, actually. There's nothing over there. I don't even want to demonstrate it. If you go far enough this way, there's a gate, and it's just kind of closed. And there's nothing to do with it. So you're supposed to jump over like this. And there's a whole area over here, and the button to eventually open the gate. I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out except for jumping around randomly. Well, you can see the supports if you go to the room below this. So I guess that's the actual purpose of it. That being said, there's another secret area if you're that daring. That's the gate closing if you guys can hear it. If you guys have game sounds. This game is not very soundy. The next game has music. Ah! They only snap as long as you're on the same level as them. So that was a pretty easy puzzle. Or not even a puzzle. But you get back down again. Things are a little bit more complicated. That wasn't so bad. Woo. I'm going to screw this jump. And it's a shame because there's a checkpoint right after this jump. Get arced on. There's 2 jumps here I can screw up. I got the first one. Yeah, what about that? Scary. Look at all those factors that could contribute to me dying. There was the gate slowly closing, like the thing I stepped on fell away, so you only get 1 shot at this. And also there are spikes if the gate shuts and you try and fall. So this is a checkpoint. I feel good to make it here. Yeah, he actually did. He played the Super Nintendo version, which is actually like an updated version with a lot more levels. Yellow. And like an entirely different boss system too. I've never beaten that game, actually. I should play a lot of it and like learn everything. If I had maps of the levels, I'd like it. I don't want to go make maps of the levels because they seem like they pull a lot of tricks on you, like being able to walk through walls and stuff like that. Seems kind of, I don't know. I didn't like hunting for secrets in, Wolfenstein 3D. Ta-ta. Jesus Christ. This is a man made of bones. I'm glad skeletons don't exist in real life. This guy actually has infinite health if you just kind of wail on him forever. Yeah, I know, right? Truly the scariest thing. Nothing is more scary than a skeleton. If you go down, he's like down there. I'll point him out. He takes a little step menacingly towards you. And he's got a little platform behind him that you're supposed to push him down. Once he steps on that, it falls, and there's just a pit down there. I don't even think there's spikes. It's really deep, though. And that's how you're supposed to kill him. That being said, every single time you go up and down this, he's programmed to walk forward. So you can kind of cheese the system and not even fight him in a very, very stupid glitch. I think it's a glitch. That being said, this was mentioned in the manual as well, which makes me like laugh because it's so like inane, and yet they still kind of tried to explain it. Yeah, he notices you now, but he doesn't follow you down here, so it doesn't matter. But like the guide describes the prince as going up and down repeatedly and noticing the skeleton just runs past him. I always thought that was pretty funny. And of course the guide has another section for if you actually fight the skeleton. Here's the princess, kind of lounging. I wonder if that hourglass changes based on the amount of time you have left, or if it's just based on like what stage of the game you're at when it does the cutscene. Yes, we've escaped the dungeon. We are now in the, I guess the castle. The palace, rather. Yeah, I'd do her. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a jump. What were the chances that I just kind of find this? Hello? I'm impatient. I'm gonna get killed by one of those at some point in the game. fine. There's another room over here where I think there's a bad guy. I don't want to fight you, but I guess I have to. You know what's going to happen to this guy. Yeah, what about that? He didn't even have to die. I went out of my way to kill him, technically. Video game cruelty potential. He got the... That's so stupid. Okay. Let's do this. I think he gets sucked into it. Yeah, because he's close enough. It puts him in the animation. Look at that blood. Look at that blood. That's pretty serious. That guy is now 2 guys. This game is not for the faint of heart. Pieces to meet you. That's so bad. Spikes. And the guy. The guide mentions being careful not to, like, let this guy die on the button. But, like, it totally doesn't matter if that button gets hit. And if anything, it's good that he dies on the button because this button can no longer be activated. Like, if I found another button to open that door, like, I could just walk harmlessly over this. Because it's permanently held down. That being said, there isn't a button to open that door. Here's a neat little area. This area will be one of the most important rooms in the game in the next 2 seconds. There's a blade trap. YOLO! Okay. Too much climbing. Wata! A mirror that actually functions correctly. I look pretty good. So you can't really do anything with this mirror, and it's kind of in your way. And there's no other way to get past it, I guess. So you're kind of just supposed to jump through it. And a shadow guy runs out of you as you jump through it. This is probably based on some kind of Persian myth, for all I know. You can't climb back up here again or anything like that. And you're reduced to 1 health no matter how much you had. So it actually doesn't do damage if you only had 1 health, so you wouldn't even know anything happened. That shadow will be important, so no one forget him. Doesn't the boss have your health -1? I don't know. Which boss? There's only 2 bosses in this game. Mirrors are spooky. They are, actually. This game is full of spooky shit. They should have called it Boo Haunted House. That's, AVGN. Level 5. I've only got 45 minutes left, so I've got to make him count. This level's kind of cool. No, the Shadow Dude's health is kind of interesting. We'll get to it in a second. Hello, guy. Okay, you guys want to see some spooky shit. Okay, that guy fell down there, right? And, like, I got the victory music for killing him. But let's say I hang down here and kind of peek. There's nothing. Ooh, spooky. This is a bit of a mess. What if a skeleton got him? Scary. I actually did a running jump through here last time I did it, because there's something kind of interesting you can do. When you, well, I'll just tell you about it. When you push this second button, that gate opens, and, the shadow guy runs through it and steals the vase, the health potion, the vase, and, drinks it for himself, and then runs back away. And, you can't get that health potion. He has to steal it, and you can't attack him.
Are you fucking serious?
You have to attack him. Or, I mean, you have to. You can't attack him. He has, like, you can't pull your sword out. So you're supposed to just kind of try and drink it, and then he runs in before you can even get there, drinks it, and just leaves before you can get to him, and then he's gone by the next screen. But it's kind of silly. You can, if you're quick about it, you can, Like, he doesn't have hit detection or anything like that. You can beat him off the screen. And then he's gone! No, he's not even gone. Well, I guess he is gone, but, you know. Beat him up. Oh, very funny. I don't think I've ever drank that potion. First time for everything, though. This guy is one of those guys that I like to not kill. Ah. I also very rarely go up here, so I'm going to take a quick peek. I don't know what's going on in this room. I see a pressure plate. You can probably climb. I don't know. I guess stayed there, thankfully. Alright, let's do this. We got away. That guy, for some reason, cannot see you once you leave the room. This guy is no match for my offense. There's a potion. I need that, actually. I mean, I don't need it at all. Okay, Prince. The Prince of this series has no name. That being said, the Prince of Prince of Persia 1 and 2, and I guess 3, 3D, is the father of the Prince from Sands of Time trilogy. I don't remember what hints at that, but I remember that it's supposedly true. I'm going to attempt to kill... I died. That was bad. Okay, no one saw that. We're just gonna try and get through this as fast as humanly possible. Oh god, I hope this isn't full of deaths. I'm gonna feel like I wanna... This is gonna be really boring if it's the same thing over and over. Alright, I'm just not trying right now. I wanna do a not boring run, please. Too spooky. Yeah, it'll be really Dark Souls if I keep dying over and over. I kinda like the layout. Hey guys, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna drink that potion. Oh god. I can't believe I died to that guy. That was lousy. I'm still gonna let this guy live. He didn't hold down the button. What if he's abnormally close? What if he gets to me? I never drink that potion. Anyone who does is a shitty casual, Jim. I did say that too. Or at least something similar. Oh. I'm not. This is not the run. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is not the run. I'm trying to rush things. I need to slow it down and be careful. I'm gonna choose the next guy. Just because I don't want to restart. So this potion's here, and I didn't actually point it out. But if you try and go one step lower, there's another one. If I'm inclined. This game is full of health potions if you actually know where to look. You never... what just happened? Damn it. It's supposed to stop you from just stepping right into them if you use the careful step. That genuinely surprised me. God, I'm gonna be stuck on this level forever. If I ever upload this to YouTube, I'm just gonna have like a timestamp. Like this is the time you have to go to avoid watching all of level 5's attempts. I say that, but like if I ever do Prince of Persia 2, I'm gonna take like 20 attempts on level 11 in that game. Doesn't this game not have checkpoints? This game has checkpoints. Like, the checkpoints are the levels, but also there are some levels with checkpoints within them. And most of the levels aren't that long. This is one of the longer ones, and I've nearly gotten to the end of it twice. I'm not getting the potion, by the way. We'll assume that I got the potion like the first time. The game assumes that you go and watch that cutscene regardless. Because it is actually referenced again. Technically. I think my problem is I keep on letting this guy live. I was spacing myself out to 3 steps.
Oh my god, there's a fucking bot in the corner. God damn it, dude.
That's my roommate.
I can't see anything and our team won't spot anything.
Is the mic quality still okay, by the way? I'm very insecure about this mic right now. I'm not even gonna get that health point. Oh no, he didn't get the
Oh, what's
tank.
that thing? Because I am going to fuck them up with this little bird right now.
Green is high tier. Alright, I got the, I passed any part that's even, I'm gonna kinda YOLO here.
Is he underneath there? Did you sense him?
Let's go. Walk into my fists of death. This guy's too strong for me. Oh, I got him. I actually killed him on the button, so that door will permanently stay open. I'm gonna fail this jump and it's gonna be the saddest thing in the world. Okay. Look, I beat the level. I don't know why that took so many attempts. I can't believe I died on that blade trap. I'm gonna keep talking about that for as long as I can. That will be my 2 deaths. I already died on the first level. Or was it the second? The second. Technically I died a bunch of times on the first level. Maybe you count resets. So yeah, she's still waiting. So that was level 5. This is level 6. So this is the halfway point of the game, I suppose. So if you make it here, if you finish this level with 30 minutes left, you're doing decently. That means that the second half is longer than the first. The first boss, I suppose, of the 2 and possibly 3 bosses of this game is upcoming. There he is. He's fat.
Yeah.
There are some really funny insults that are thrown around in the guide. The princess was a skeleton all along. That's kind of like, oh, I nearly spoiled something. Never mind. We'll talk at like 15 minutes. There should be a text option like ...
Hopefully our team doesn't take this too quickly.
The princess is marrying
There's
Jafar
more.
right now. And now I have to crash their wedding. Have a nice day. I'm gonna kill this guy. You can actually force him. He's the most competent sword fighter you fight by this stage in the game. You can actually push him down the hole, but it's very difficult. Look at that. Look at that combat. I'm quite good at this, so there's some tricks. Oh, that was not one of them. That was an attempt at one of them. Ah, not the run. He's debatably the second hardest fight in the game. Look how fat he is. Jeez. This fat man. Okay. There's a window. It's kind of pretty, I guess. Maybe a balcony. This is kind of cool. I like this. Yeah, so this. It's the Shadow Prince, who has been still kind of tailing me. And there's a button that opens that gate. And he's kind of standing over a shot button, I notice. And there's nothing really even over there, so I don't even know why I want to go. But I'm just going to take a long shot and kind of, you know. Ah, what about that? Fortunately, you don't die for having that happen. That being said, if you don't have fast reactions, you'll just kind of die. You fall into level 7, and you have to hold shift while falling in order to not die, I suppose. Like, that would tear your arms off. I fell all the way to the dungeon. Even the guide makes mention that the prince feels like his arms just got torn off. You know what's going to happen to this guy. You guys know. What a cruel world we live in. People like me live in it. YOLO. Gonna open this. Scary. Should I force this guy back into that?
This game's good. Oh, it's okay.
Your game?
Version's better.
Of Prince of Persia? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh. That's good. I like this game, to be honest. There's 2 different ways to do this part, depending on how fast you are. You can go through the middle one, which is kind of more difficult, I suppose. Or the bottom one if you fail at the middle one. Oh god. I did it. And there's actually another way I can go if I want the health upgrade. But I'm going to sneak it at the end. This is very difficult. If you, If you don't immediately kill this guy, if he gets a hit on you, um, and there's no way to climb up there without activating the switch, which makes him look this way. So he has to be looking at you when you try and get up to him. Um, but if he knocks you down, then every single time you try and climb up, he will immediately knock you down again, and the level becomes effectively unwinnable. It's kind of a difficulty spike in a very random, stupid place. Alright, we got through the danger zone. Oh, well, we didn't yet. Looking better, though. The prince will just kind of put away his sword if the opponent ever steps on a loose tile, like he knows the opponent's gonna die. Like, he'll do it before they fall, even.
Make it unranked.
I think you can just run through these two. I'm gonna do it because I'm that daring. Please don't step into the blade cut, prince. Oh, that was a miracle right there. I was so sure I was gonna die for a second. So here's a potion. Okay, I lied. So here's a potion. I just drank it immediately. It's green rather than blue or red. I mean, it was there at the beginning of the level, but I kind of wish I could have showed it off when I was talking about it. The music kind of changes for a little while. It's already going, even though I'm paused. And if you kind of walk off an edge, you just kind of float down. No damage. That being said, that's a lot more relevant in the second game than the first. Did I really not hit that button? What just happened? I have to kind of hurry back. That door doesn't stay open. I have to redo a portion of the level if I don't make it back in time. Come on. No, not like this. Not like this. I haven't missed that in a while. Oh, well, I guess I'm showing off more of the level. I should have done a warm-up run of this game. You have to close this door in order to climb up this wall. So yeah, here's where the guy was. I never really thought about it, but it would be kind of cool if the bosses dropped like health potions. I think there's a middle tile I left standing there. I'm very scared about these blade traps for some reason. I just feel like I'm so close to it now that I know I can just kind of step into it. His body's gone, skeletons. So that drop potion is gone, which is kind of sad, because I like it. You only get to drink it once. But if you dangle, you can actually just make this and just take a minor point of damage. So it doesn't even need to be there in the first place. Yodo. The dog one? That's level 7. Well, I'm burning through this game. I mean, it's been like 30 minutes, so I'm not really burning through it. Did it freeze? Are you guys missing the mouse cutscene? You only drink once. If it freezes, just restart it yourself and see if that fixes it. This is the level. This is level 8. This is the level that I could not get past as a child. And I will demonstrate why. Immediately through this room, minus fine Chad. That's not Chad. Chad's the dime. Has Chad been talking? Because I haven't seen a single message. Like, none of them have appeared. Oh, fuck. Yeah. So inside this room is this guy. And this guy is a turtle, I guess. Because he does not do anything. He will just wait there. And you have to come to him. So my, like, tried and true strategy of waiting there patiently for the opponent to walk close so that I could kill him does not work on this guy. And I was, like, stuck here for a long time because I was very stupid and I didn't know how to adapt. I was doing basically what is an easy mode of this game. This is the only enemy like that, too. He's a specially programmed enemy. Kind of notable. He's pretty free with my current strategy. That being said, I took 2 damage. He's still the toughest opponent I fought so far. It's still a fuck you, Chad. Even despite the fact that Corey was the one who said it. Doesn't even make sense. scared. I'm scared of all blade traps now. I was so confident around blade traps, and now I'm just not. Spikes will kill you if you run straight over them, even if you don't jump and land on them. If you're like full speed running, you'll die. You can make this in one long jump, but I hate, like, by this point in the level, I don't want to die. I don't want to redo the mission. Did everyone see the mouse cutscene? I didn't even talk about that. The princess has a mouse. And she, like, says stuff to the mouse or something, and then it scurries off. Oh, it's a guy. You snake, crawl on your belly. That's a line from the, that's not this guy. It's the next guy. It's a line from the book. And that guy, the next guy, is supposedly the only guy who, gave the prince valid advice on, like, ambushed the prince well in his attempt to escape the castle and marry the princess and whatever. I'm not actually a prince, by the way. I'm just a regular guy. I might perhaps become a prince if I marry a princess, but that's a bit optimistic.
My roommate?
What about your roommate?
He's playing like retro Prince of Persia.
Retro Prince of Persia. Regular guy who cockblocks Jafar, pretty much. The storyline is exactly Aladdin. Like, I go over to the princess and she's like,
He says the storyline's exactly like
I don't really break into... Shut up, I'm trying to narrate.
less Robin Williams.
Potion. I break over where the princess has lived apart from society for who knows how long. And I jump over the gap and, like, converse with her, and then she falls in love with me or something.
There. Fell again.
Free hit. What about that? Owned. You can kill this guy on the button and it will make things, quote, easier. Or not. I should be fine either way, unless I screw this jump, which I might. YOLO! Oh, what about that? Aced. Okay. This is the last real shot I have at dying in this level. It's pretty much impossible to get through that gate without, like, failing this at least once. That's worth it to just kill the guy. It's confirmed for Kenyan. For what, the running? Or what? The jumping? The, cock blocking? No! No! I'm so scared. Come on. Okay. I bet I wouldn't have even gotten hurt if I stood there. I have to note that once this, well, I'll point it out. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Okay. Open the door. Okay, okay, we're pretty much done. The door is shut. There's no button to open it. There's no loose tiles or anything. You're kind of trapped here, and the game gives you a little bit of time to mull it over. So, mull it over I will. And then the mouse saves me. I think if you let the gate close again, you're just trapped in there forever and you have to restart the level. So take your opportunity when it's given to you. There's some interesting things about that mouse when the game is decompiled. Don't die. Okay. If that mouse, like, runs off an edge and then, like, lands on spikes, he will have the prince's death animation in spikes. It's kind of silly. There's, like, a million things people have done with that mouse that, like... So the mouse isn't programmed to do anything. Does the mic still sound okay? It's kind of moving around. She meets the mouse again. Somehow she knows that it saved my life. Somehow the mouse knew to come and save my life. Level 9. What's my time like? 27 minutes. That's plenty. YOLO. Yeah.
He's sniping. He's right there on the corner with the sniper rifle.
There's that guy.
He's right around that corner.
Here's this guy. Everyone knows. You know what's coming. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay. What about that? I don't even have to do that. I could have just put away my sword and ran away. That wasn't even necessary. Like that one guy who would kill someone if only he could. I'm that guy. That's me. If only it was sanctioned. Please note the presence of a pressure plate here. Pressure plates were actually maintained in the 3D series. Who builds a dungeon like this? Video game designer. I'm so glad I caught that. I'm so glad I knew those were there. Here's an opponent. You guys know. Everyone knows by now. Arabs. That's a good answer too. Muslims, my roommate says. Technically. I'm scared. I'm gonna re-hit that button because I didn't know how far I had. Don't fail this jump. Okay. This should do. Prince! Prince! Okay. Nice. But I actually fell. Oh man, that means I have to do that last room again. That's not a big deal. This guy's still dead. Remember when Anna Nicole died and there was like this takes you back to the starter level, by the way, if you go down there. There was like a program, what's her face? It was like a news channel thing where I'm failing to get an idea across. And it was like, is Anna Nicole Smith still dead? And it's like, yes, she is. And that was like that was how we introduced the news story, because it was like we heard that Anna Nicole Smith died. It's like, is Anna Nicole Smith still dead? Yes. It's like, who stops being dead? I mean, I guess zombies stop being dead. My roommate's contribution. He's not yelling right now, so he's being good. You heard that. Actually, he didn't hear that. I always die here for some reason. This block is a little glitchy. Fortunately, this time I didn't die. This guy doesn't chase you. And it's like, why doesn't he chase you? And you don't get out your sword. It's like, oh, that's why. I guess he just knew that was there. The enemies won't voluntarily walk over broken platforms. This enemy is not very hard. And now I will die against him. I don't want to push him off the screen, because then it becomes very difficult to fight him. So there's some cool stuff that goes on in this upcoming room. Actually, 2 rooms upcoming. Wow, I tripped there. That's an animation that doesn't happen very often. It's not random, it's just distance-based. Okay. There's a green potion again. This one is probably not a fall slowly potion. Could have done that a little better. This one's kind of cool. It's completely optional and does nothing. Ding. The up and down are still up and down, but the left and right are reversed, which is a bit silly because the up and down and left and right, the screen has been rotated. No, it's just vertically flipped. Woo. So here's a health potion, which I thought was a green potion and would fix it, but it isn't. It's a health potion, which is actually better. One time as a challenge run for this game, I did the rest of the level like this, just out of like the fun of it. It's kind of hard, but I did it. That being said, there's another one down here that you can grab. And you're probably guessing what's going to happen, but it will reverse the effect. And now we get a good look of where we're climbing. This whole little area is completely optional. Like, you can just go in and just drink the health potion and leave. There's no point to any of it. Someone just said taco and it made me remember that I was hungry. And that tomorrow is Tuesday. We have nothing to eat at college. Already had a lean cuisine today, I can't have another. I don't want to just be that guy who has 2 lean cuisines every day. I'd rather starve.
But they're legal.
You shut the hell up.
You're stupid.
Get a burrito. Where at? This is technically a puzzle, but it's not really. If you let the gate close while you're hitting that button, I guess you're kind of trapped in that room. I wouldn't know because I've never let the gate close. Here's another blade trap, and the last real conceivable way I could die while doing this level. Okay. I'm being really careful with those. Here's the last enemy, I suppose. This is a room you see, like, almost immediately. I think I said that enemy when I saw this guy. But, like...
Just leave, dude. Just be like, you suck, I'm out. This is boring.
Alright, cool. We got it. Here's the last, button. This was level 9, right? Level 10 is a bit, refreshing. That's enough time to beat the game, right? The next 2 levels are pretty short, and the final level is really long, but it doesn't have a time limit. If you get to the last level, the time... Actually, I think the second half of the last level has a time limit. Or doesn't have a time limit. Level 10 is tiny. I could just burn through it if I wanted to. I'm gonna try... There's no save, so I don't want to try and explore the second area. There's a completely optional area that was useless and dumb in the original release of the game, but in the DOS remastered, re-release, whatever bullshit, they made it have a purpose. They made it like a failsafe if you fail to do one part of the level. Like, you can, like, climb across the ceiling to the hard part. I'll point that out when I get to it. Killing that guy ahead of time makes the very last room of the level a lot easier, because he can just kind of attack you while you're, going for the door at the end. There's a button here, isn't there? Yeah. You can pull this if you want to. It opens the door that I'm immediately next to. Scary. Oh god. Oh, I killed him. I forgot that was there. I could have died. I have no recollection of that. Yeah, so this guy. If he's facing you, it's just death. If you climb up, he will just kill you. And if he's not facing you, you get, like, 1 shot at, like, attacking him and then pushing him. And if he pushes you off successfully, then you're, like, he'll stand closer to the edge, and even if you turn him around again, which you can't because the gate closes, you're still dead. And if you go off to the right, there's, like, a whole dumb section of the room, of the level, with absolutely nothing in it. And they made it so if you can, like, get through that part, you can climb across the ceiling and, like, run along the ceiling to, like, where this guy was, like, over it, and then, like, drop tiles on him or something and, like, go across here. I'm gonna try to do this right the first time so I don't have to do that. That's bad. Alright, I guess we're doing this. I meant to parry, but I missed it. So this is somewhat difficult. You have to do a running jump through here. I died. I kind of expected that. I had to do it later. I did it early. I'm not used to doing that, so I'm very bad at it. I should have taken longer, I guess. That's gonna kill my time a little bit. I only have 18 minutes left to beat the entire game. I'm just gonna cut it if I can't, like... If I can't beat the game in time. Maybe I'll get a password for the last level or something. I think this game has a password system, but I don't think, this particular version of the game does. If you can pin an enemy to a wall, you can just repeatedly attack them until they die. Just like real life. Man, I've got some bad deaths this run. This is not a good run. The one time I want to record this game and, like, show the world. Campaign is only an hour long. I like those. I wonder how much this game cost. I mean, it was a PC game, and PC games from a long time ago tended to not cost any money at all. Alright, let's do this right. My mom got this for free. That was like a bunch of DOS games. Alright, please. I'll take that. Fun fact, if you turn him around and push him off the edge, enemies will die from a smaller fall than you will. And enemies will be fine from a 1-tier fall, but they'll die immediately if it's a lose health fall. No matter how much health they have. So is this, yeah, this is here. You can just climb across the whole ceiling. William Shatner browses 4chan. Is that true? That's interesting, I suppose. I open this. Here's the second to last enemy. Actually, the last enemy, because I killed the actual last enemy. I'm being sloppy, because I'm very confident right now. I got all this health. Clear. William Shatner. That's enough to believe. I don't even have to open it. There's a dead end here. I already know where to go. There's a button up here. There's an absolutely tiny room that you can, that's just the button. You can technically see it from down here, which I guess is how you're supposed to know. Reddit. What about Reddit? I've been doing bullshit on Reddit for days now. I read now. Corey, are you still here? You haven't said anything since freeze. It's level 11. I must reiterate that there are only 12 levels in this game. He's getting baked. This level has a very interesting mechanic to it. Specifically, every single ceiling tile is loose. Kind of interesting. There's nothing holding up these ceiling tiles. They should all fall. Obviously. This is a bit of a tricky jump because if you stand right at the edge, you'll actually get the trip animation, which you never see. So if you're not holding shift, you will die. 15 minutes. I think I can do this in 15 minutes. Provided I don't die too much. You can't climb up this way now because you can't climb up a loose tile. You can't get a running start from that one. But however, this blade trap, of course, is being held up by something. You can just kind of ignore the blade trap and the guy. And no, he does not die from me running over him with a panel. Also, I didn't mention, but these like 4 plates were all like pressure plates that closed this door. So if you don't run along the ceiling, you literally cannot beat this level. Because like you'll try and get out of here and you'll like guaranteed to land on one of the pressure plates. And here's some more falling tiles for absolutely no reason. Oh my god. This has been a run of near misses too. More loose tiles. There's one on the ceiling. I've never noticed that. Gotta check out what that is. Okay. That guy died. That's another place where you can get what's effectively a game over if you do it wrong. I kind of don't like that system. Yikes. So what's up here? And before 20 enemies in a blade trap. Just health. Okay. Yeah. You have to take damage there as far as I'm aware. It's kind of cool. They'd keep on dropping broken plates on you. Here's another guy. I think there's no real trick to this guy, but I think if he gets on the edge, he can kind of ruin your life. So we'll try to not let him do that. It looks good. Looks like I've successfully avoided getting pushed off the edge. Oh, I defend this game as the best game ever. I don't. I think it's fun. And then there's so many things where it's just like game ending if it happens to you. Like, your success in the level. I guess a lot of the things in the level are instant death. It'd be cool if I could kill that guy when he wasn't on the screen. Alright, cool. I passed the exit, you guys may have noticed. I've not observed an exit at all since we've started, like I never pointed out. But it was there. And now I've opened it. 13 minutes to beat the game. That's basically 15. Which is theoretically 3 levels worth of time. But the last level is as long as 3 levels, so. Does the mic still sound okay? Oh, that hourglass is nearly done. Once that hourglass empties, she's gonna get married. Sounds the same. Is the same good or bad? You told me that my mic didn't sound good like last, like 2 times ago. Did I improve it? Does it sound better? I lowered the game volume and stuff. So yeah, this is the final level. Before it was muffled by game volume. Okay. I couldn't figure out how to do this for a while. You're supposed to activate the spikes and then run through them. This level is full of jumps that you can only get one attempt at. I have to do this in one go. So, here goes. Not bad. I think there's a checkpoint after that. There's a guy who actually made it this far and then still died. Come on, man, level up. I bet he died of starvation.
He's running in the other side of the bus.
I haven't eaten since I started. I'm getting pretty hungry myself. That was a bad jump. That was really stupid. Tell me that was a checkpoint. I want to believe. I bet a skeleton got him. It wasn't a checkpoint. I think the checkpoint was right after where I died. That was dumb. I'm dumb. Ah, I did the jumps perfectly too, and then I like die at like a stupid easy jump. The reason you only get one chance at the jumps is because you hit tiles that you need to get a running start, and they fall, and you're forced to hit them in order to even get to the platform. So let's do this again. Less retardation. Always takes me by surprise. I'm good at this game, so I claim. But I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be good at this game. I'm always afraid that I'm going to completely screw some jump. I theoretically know the jump timing. It's actually harder than it looks. It is not Mario. These jumps are not easy. It only took me 2 minutes to get back. That's not bad. I'm still wasting 2 minutes. I've had a run full of deaths. Okay, that's more like it. This is the checkpoint too, I bet. I don't even know that. Make a quick decision here. That was a slow decision. I was going to stop if it was 3 bars wide, and it was 3 bars wide, and I didn't stop. I just jumped because of how slow my decision was. If anything ever gets bad, which it has been repeatedly, I could always just... Oh, a sword. I could always just save scum at any point. Not save scum. Pause scum. And use the frame by frame. Over here is nothing, by the way. It's just a chasm. Did that. When you get over here, it's like, why did I come here? You keep climbing. Here's a bit trippy. You're supposed to climb up this thing. And the loose tile on the end is like, this is a loose tile on the end. You can knock it down, but the platform you're standing on doesn't fall. It's like it held up by nothing. Maybe it's held onto the background. So yeah, now there is an opposing health bar that's actually red, unlike every other health bar in the game except mine. And the sword's gone. And just so we're clear, there are some loose bricks here, so I have to kind of run. And a sword fight with the Shadow Prince just happened. Every time you hit him, you both take a point of damage. Also, he had 4 health because he drank that 1 health potion at the very start of the game. And because of the initial 3 health. It's kind of funny, little Easter egg, I guess. Not even an Easter egg, but it makes sense. If they're going to give him an amount of health, that's the right amount to give him. But every time you hurt him, you take a damage as well. And if you ever kill him, you also die. I made a pie. Nice. Dude, is it apple? Is it chocolate? Can I have one? Is it pumpkin? I would eat a chocolate pie. Chocolate pie is supposedly code word for black puss, according to my roommate. That's terribly sexist and also racist. So you hit this guy, and you take damage as well. But if you put away your sword, he will also put away his sword. And if you then run into him, the two of you will combine, I guess, with a bit of music and your health restores and stuff. Nutella cheesecake pie. That sounds pretty good. I'd have some. With Oreo. Oh, I love Oreos. And then you get over here and it's just a dead end. And I don't know how you're ever supposed to figure this out. But you can just run and like platforms appear. I guess because you're feeling like that much of a baller when you combine with your shadow again. And here's the final area of the game, which is where I believe... That's a checkpoint. I believe that you no longer have a time limit by this point. Oops. Not good. I really cut it fine. Like, I had a run of this game where I had 22 minutes left when I finished. That's so good. What time is it? 10:30? Not bad. Jafar! Yes, that is actually his name. And yes, there is a broken tile here. He only has 6 health. There's a broken tile here, right? I can't see it shake. I know it's broken. Okay, there it goes. He is theoretically the most dangerous opponent in the game. He pretty much has the same attack pattern as the Fat Man, but he's a little bit better at it. But you can choose free hits on him if you hit him while he's striking. So you're like not supposed to keep the parry chain going. Rather, you're supposed to just kind of... Wow, I did that really fast. I don't think that acted. And if you go over here, there's just a chasm. And this one, you cannot run along and somehow make it. There's another end you can go over there. It almost makes me wonder, like, what is that? I don't want to go there. You can hear the door opening.
I think I hear something weird by your phone beeping like yelling or some shit.
Please don't die. I've fallen down that little pit and died. It's the most anticlimactic thing in the universe. It's like, oh yeah, I killed Jafar. Oops. Back into the castle again. The palace. I keep on calling it the castle. I guess it's the same thing. There are absolutely no enemies in this non-level. The time limit still goes, technically, but nothing happens if it runs out, I think. I've never really tried. You get the nice view, but there's only one view I want right now. Boom! True love. And the mouse, too. The tyrant Jafar lies dead, his power shattered. Godland, the people of Persia hail their princess, and the brave youth who saved her from the forces of darkness. No longer a stranger, he shall from this day forth be known as the Prince of Persia. Yeah, so the title of the game is a spoiler. They're out of 10 wouldn't buy. This is my worst time ever. What am I? What's my name? No one gets to ask who LL is, that's the secret. No one look at that, no one read that. No one wonders what QT means. Quick time. Stand for quick time. Lana Lang. Yeah, that's it. What do I put? What's my name? It's, Lex Luthor, actually. Beat the game. Congrats. Thanks everyone for following along.